Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. It's the Mercy and Ike show finale, and I'm here to give you the tea. You thought I was gonna leave you hanging, then think again. I ain't gonna do that to you. Okay, let's just dive in. So this episode starts with Ike going to Pascal to tell Pascal that I found it. I literally he had his phone. I found it. I was wondering, what has this guy found? Is it money? He found something, and he was telling Pascal that yeah, he's found something, even though it's on the high side, even though it's not what they budgeted. He loves this and he wants this. So Pascal sees it and goes like, but this is more than we budgeted now. Why are you doing this to us? If you are paying this much for this, then when the main event comes, how much would you pay for that? If you're wondering what I'm talking about, Ike said he's found the perfect engagement ring for Mercy. Has found his perfect ring for Mercy, engagement ring to be precise. So he shows it to Pascal, and Pascal was saying that if you're paying 1 million and it's 1 million, so if you're paying 1 million for the engagement ring, how much are you going to pay for the wedding ring? Are you going to pay 3 million, 4 million? You need to also think about the wedding, everything that goes into making a wedding. And Ike said that, well, he's going to cross that bridge when the time comes, because for now he loves what he's seeing and he thinks this is the ring for Mercy, Lamborghini Mercy. Oh my God. I was so excited. I was super excited to see and hear that. And yeah, so we move away from that scene and we see Ike call Mercy. So he was calling Mercy because he wanted to know the procedure or what he has to do, because he wants to come meet Mercy's parents and of course take the relationship a step further. Oh my God. So Mercy now gives him the details that of course they would have to go to Imo States to do that, and she of course is going to come along with him. And she went on to tell him that he didn't really need to bring a lot of gifts or anything. He just needs to bring, I think, a drink, and then when they finish or they're leaving after every discussion, he's going to leave an amount of money in a plate per tradition, the Igbo tradition. So it depends on him whichever amount he wants to leave, whether 50,000 naira, 20,000 naira, 100 million naira, 10 million naira, whatever amount he wants to leave, he leaves that. So Ike was like, okay, then that's easy to do. For him, he thought that he just needed to, pick Mercy up, introduce Mercy to his parents, do the same, and then they'll start, just dating or whatever. But now that they want to take their relationship a step further, definitely he has to do the right thing. He has to create the right impression. He needs to do his best to win their heart. Of course, we also move from that scene and then we get to a place where we see Ike and Venita. So it looks like Venita had visited Ike. So Ike said that Mercy and her friends are like a clique, and it's like they are very close, like they are so tight, they're like a tight-knit like friendship, and they are so close that they even probably talk every day, every now and then, like they are always in contact, conversation. And he feels like he and their friends really do not get along because of things that have happened in the past, especially on social media. But there's one of her friends that he's kind of cool with, which is Moe. And he was telling Venita that he had invited Moe to come over because he had decided to do something, which is give Mercy a ring. And he was a bit confused as to how to go about it and all of that. So he needed one of her friends to be around so that they talk, because he's kind of tight with Moe. So we also, as Ike was talking to Venita and telling Venita why Moe was there, they had a knock at the door, and then Ike went to open the door and it was Moe. But before he did, Venita was expressing how tense she was, and he said he was also tense, but he brought her there for backup. So Ike went on to say that Venita has been there from the beginning, knows everything that's been going on, especially between him and Mercy. And for him, he always goes for advice from Venita, because Venita has always been there for him, and it looks like Venita always wants the best for them in their relationship. So who other than Venita to talk to let her know what's going on and the plans he has for Mercy. Oh, my ship. Ike welcomes her in. She exchanges pleasantries with Venita, and Ike went on to say that we had a trip to Owerri last year, and he felt that he connected with Moe, which is Mercy's friend, and Mimi, which is Mercy's best friend, but he didn't really connect with Tracy. And he didn't really care for that friendship anyways, but he, you know, he's cool with Moe and Mimi, and he also feels like with time he will get to, you know, fix the relationship with Mercy's friends that needs to be fixed. But for now, his friendship with Moe and Mimi are fine. So he now tells Moe that he's found the perfect ring for Mercy because he intends to propose to Mercy. Oh my god, I don't know how to dance, forgive me for that. So yeah, like, of course every girl will be happy for her girl if she's getting married. Ikita, out of curiosity, asked Ike if Ike knew the kind of ring that Mercy liked and all of that, and Moe went on to ask Ike if Ike knew, you know, Mercy's ring size, and Ike said no, he had no idea. So Venita was like, okay, so you went ahead to pick your own ring for your girl. And then she went on to say that, Moe, your boy needs you, you know, you need to come through for him. And she said that, yeah, you should leave that to me, I'm going to make sure I get, you know, a sample ring for you to be able to take the measurements. But in terms of the rock, Ike said he knew that Mercy didn't like certain kinds of rocks, and she liked, you know, the round cuts with diamonds in them, and that's the kind of ring that he knows that Mercy likes. And then I think Venita said those were called the pear-shaped rings. I think, I'm not too sure she said that, but yeah, I think so. As they were talking about the ring back and forth, Moe asked Ike, I want to ask you a question, are you ready? And Ike said that he's been battling that question for a very long time. He's not going to lie about it, and he thinks he is ready. He thinks he's ready, but the only thing he's not ready for is if Mercy should say no to his proposal. Oh, my ship is cute though, like almost. But yeah, I understand where he's coming from. Like, so Ike said that he is ready for Mercy Eke to say yes to his proposal. See, I can't wait. That day I'll be one of the happiest girls on air, because y'all know how much I love Ike and Mercy. Like, I don't know why I have such a soft spot for them, but I just like them, and I think they're real. They're real to a fault. Like, I don't know, they drive me crazy, they make me happy, they make me sad. Like, I don't know, like, they're just nice. I just like them. They've given me all sorts of emotions in the house, outside the house, and I'll be very happy to see that after all these struggles, they finally made it as a couple, and I wish and pray that they will stay married forever till, you know what I mean. I just can't wait. I love them that much. Oh, my ship! Oh my god! I want to cry. It was also the family meeting time, and Mercy expressed how nervous she was because she didn't know what to expect, and the fact that she was going alone was actually, you know, making her more nervous than she ought to be. If it was me, almost. Ike, on the other hand, said that he definitely couldn't wait for, you know, the meeting to be over, and he also felt like after the meeting is over he will have some clarity as to how things were going to go, the direction of everything and all of that. And also at the meeting, Ike spoke first, and this is what Ike had to say. So in front of Ike's aunties and cousin and uncle, Ike said that he was very nervous for the meeting because this was his very first time bringing a lady to introduce them to the family. He's never ever done anything of that sort. So definitely there were some nerves that were, you know, there were some butterflies in his stomach, basically. Ike went on to say that apart from his family, Mercy is the most important thing to him in this, in life, and he felt like it was time to have an introduction done. And you know, when I'm going to get married to someone, there's first of all the introduction, introduce the guy, that kind of thing. Sorry. So he said that he felt it was time to have that introduction done to clear the air, especially on social media. Not that social media matters a lot, but also to let people know that this is what it is, this is where they are taking their relationship to, or this is how far they have come in their relationship. He went on to say that sometimes, you know, he gets calls from his aunties when, you know, maybe they see a picture of him and Mercy thinking everything is okay, but probably around that time, like, they're actually fighting, Or maybe they see a picture and then there's chaos on social media, and maybe around that time, like, they are the happiest they've ever been. There are lots of struggles and they feel like they need to clear a lot of the air. And he also went on to say that he feels like, he's, pulled them along so many times, especially when he was in the Big Brother house. Today he loves this girl and all of that. There's been a lot happening, and he feels like it's time that, they clear the air. It's time that they come out to, say that, okay, we're doing this, and then they do it the right way. In summary, he just wanted their family's input, because at the end of the day, it's Mercy and his relationship, but he also feels like the family needs to know exactly who he's with at that time, because they are taking things on another level. Uncle also said that Ike was doing the right thing and was going the right way. And Ike went on to say that he remembers the conversation that he had with his uncle right after he had come out from the Big Brother house, where his uncle was like, you keep saying you love this girl, what if she comes out and then she tells you that we are just friends, there's no love here, blah blah blah. And Ike said he answered his uncle by saying that he knows Mercy to an extent, and he feels like Mercy is a good girl. He knows for a fact that Mercy will come out and they'll be together. So that's what he told his uncle, and his uncle said, okay, then that's fine with him. He accepted the fact that Ike loves Mercy, and Mercy was gonna reciprocate it. And Ike said that, well, for him, he feels like with Mercy he feels some sort of happiness with her, and definitely wants to move towards engaging her. So Ike, stated his intention about how he was hoping that their relationship would evolve into marriage. And then Ike's uncle said that when Ike was ready for marriage, they do not marry in the city, they have to go to the village. So they need to trace Mercy's family, and then do the needful, go to the village, and then do what is right. Of course, with that, Ike's dad would have to come around. So Prince, which is Ike's cousin, was a bit concerned and was like, definitely when it comes to the introduction, Ike's dad did not really need to come down, for that ceremony. But when, everything was now ready for the real engagement and then the wedding itself, definitely for that, they're going to make arrangements for Ike's dad to come down, for the necessary people to come down, so that they see that this thing goes on well. And Prince went on to say that he feels like the two of them are in love, but they just have like some more work to do. So he spoke extensively what they were going to do, and the uncle also said the same thing. And the uncle asked Mercy if Mercy was comfortable with that decision, and Mercy said yes, she was very comfortable with it. And Ike went on to say that he feels like Mercy was a bit uncomfortable because of course Mercy was caught off guard with all that conversation going on. But in the beginning, Mercy kind of looked sad. I won't even use the word sad, she looked lost. But after they spoke and the uncle spoke and everything, you could see that she had relaxed 100%. So after the whole conversation, they decided to call Promise, which is her sister, who wasn't there at that time, to give her input. I don't think they called. I think she was on the call. She was on call listening to the meeting going on. So she had to just give her input to whatever was said at the meeting. Yeah, I had to correct that. So calling Promise said that she had heard everything that was said, and for her, she loves everything that had been said. But she was thinking that they were going to ask, when they should come, to finalize everything and all of that. Promise is doing fast track. And Mercy was trying to do shakara by saying that she the one getting married, blah blah blah. We all know she was trying to be, she was trying to be the typical lady and trying to be like, oh, I don't want, but we all know that she wants that ring on her finger, yes. So yeah, they were all like, they were looking at Mercy like, girl, and she was like, is Promise the one getting married? Why is she, speaking like that and all of that? But we all know it's just coming from a place of, she just wants to flex more. Allow Mercy to be Mercy. Yeah, and then the auntie said they really liked what Promise was saying and all of that. And then Ike said that his fear was that he didn't want it to look like, he was forcing Mercy with anything, because he doesn't want to, come out and say he wants to marry her, and then Mercy would actually be wanting them to, slow down, take it one step at a time. And all of that is what he personally doesn't want. But aside that, he really loves everything that Promise was saying. Ike's uncle said that if Ike wants to marry Mercy, why not? Like they'll do the needful. But but there are some certain things that Mercy missed, which are requirements before you get married, which is tradition. I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm guessing, I don't know. I'm not even gonna guess because I don't know what he's talking about. And of course, he said that they just had to do the things the right way. Get Ike's dad and everybody involved to come and do the needful. And Promise asked a very vital question as to whether Ike's mom and dad are aware. And the uncle said yes, they are aware that Mercy and Ike were dating. And yeah, everybody's waiting for them to move forward with their relationship if they decide to do so. And Mercy shared a concern and said that she felt like she didn't want Ike to be forced to make a decision to get married to her. She wanted it to come from Ike and Mercy. That's why Ike chipped in and said that he feels like it's about Mercy and Ike, and he feels like they are still working on their relationship and should be given the chance to work on it before they end up getting married. And he made some valid points. And Mercy said that at first his impression of Prince was that Prince didn't like her. Prince felt that when she comes out of the house she was going to leave Ike, things like that. But her impression of Prince changed because of his stance and what he was saying at the meeting. And for her it meant a lot to her, and I think it actually calmed her down at that point in time. Prince said for him, he's got his fingers crossed, and all he's waiting to see or hear is that Ike telling him that I just proposed to my girl, I just asked her to marry me and all of that. And yeah, he feels like they can work on each other's flaws and then make things perfect. Even though there's no perfect relationship or marriage, he knows that they can work things out, and he's just waiting to hear that proposal. One for Lambo. Ike said he's heard them, he's heard their advice and everything that they've spoken about, and he's heard them. Mercy has something to say, and I share her sentiments. So Mercy said that engagement is supposed to be a surprise, something that is a surprise to her. But now that they're discussing it, where is the surprise going to come from? Now she knows about it. They didn't wait to surprise my Mercy. Like, oh, they didn't surprise my Mercy. So yeah, to her, baby girl wanted a surprise, but she didn't get her surprise. Oh my God, that was funny to see. But yeah, it looks like it was a very successful meeting that they had. And yeah, she calmed down. Baby girl looked confident. She looked cool. She wasn't scared again. I'm sure she thought they would come to talk about somebody. Mercy went on to say that she felt like something like this was supposed to be a discussion between she and Ike, but now it's like a family discussion, and it didn't really sit well with her, and she was feeling like she was wondering how Ike was going to pull off an engagement surprise for her. So she's really fingers crossed. But also her only fear about everything is having a failed marriage. She says she does not intend or want to have a failed marriage, and that is her only problem. So she prays that as they embark on that journey, it's a forever something. And of course, the elders there would definitely go to Fiakwa. God forbid it. Because definitely Lambo is not going to have a failed marriage in Jesus' name. So yeah, that was her fear. She spoke about that, and they were all like, no, God is not going to let that ever happen. You're going to have a fulfilled and a good marriage. And of course, we all share the same sentiment for Mercy Eke. Mercy Eke's auntie chipped in and said that there are people who've been married for 10 years but do not even know each other, and there are people who have just been married for a month, but because of openness and transparency, they know each other very well. So definitely, if they want the marriage to work, the marriage is definitely going to work. Ike said he was happy that the meeting went very well, because at the end of the day, everybody got their questions answered. There was a lot of clarity, and he now realized that he has to go to Owerri to do the needful, to let Mercy meet his parents, and then he meets Mercy's parents, and then they can move forward with their plans. Like, I cannot wait for this to happen for them. I'm super excited. Yeah, that's how the finale came to an end. But before it came to an end, there was a bit of a question and answer segment where Mercy and Ike were asked a couple of questions. So the first question was that, did Mercy think that Ike went to UK out of spite? And Mercy answered it by saying that yes, she thinks that Ike went to the UK out of spite. Yeah. Mercy said that the whole situation around it was just off. The lady that sent him to London, the shows he went to and all of that. And her issue even about the whole thing was that for all the shows that he went to, they didn't even pay Ike much for his services. Like, Ike said that whether from London, US, Ghana, Liberia, whichever country, no outside influence is going to break their relationship. They are going strong and there are no entanglements in their relationship. And that for me was my highlight, because that was a bold statement and I love that. Like 2 points for Ike. So Mercy went on to say that therapy for them was good. It was a very nice way for them to, make things work, and she would definitely recommend therapy to everybody, for friendship, for work, for marriages, for everybody, because therapy indeed is good. She also went on to say that perception about Ike from her family side is still the same. Like nothing changed on her family side. The only thing is that Ike just has to work on himself, but aside that, the family still loves him. Nothing has changed. So Ike said that perception about his family kept changing episode after episode after episode. But what he has to say is that after everything that happened, whatever it is that happened, things actually brought them together. They didn't, it didn't separate them in any way. They actually got stronger or closer with events that happened. So Mercy went on to say that the perception her friends have about Ike, she doubts is going to change anytime soon, and she doubts it's going to change. But at the end of the day, they've actually let her be, and they're not really in her business when it comes to Ike and her relationship. What they told her was that if it is what she wants, then fine, she can go ahead and be with him. They are chill, they are fine, they're cool. They've just let her be. And also they asked her if people now believe that the Lambo mansion is her own, and she said she thinks that people believe that it's for her because she worked hard for it. She's paid for it and it's her building, and she thinks that people now believe that it's hers and it's not audio, and she's steady working for more money. So she was asked about really EXO, and she said that they are cool, they're fine, they're still friends, and everything is okay. And then also they spoke about the engagement and all, and then Ike said that the engagement is gonna happen, and Mercy said that if the engagement doesn't happen, then there's no baby. Y'all. And Ike was like, if you want to know more about the engagement, the baby, and what have you, stay tuned for season 2. Yes. So we came to the end of the Mercy and Ike show. It was a delight to watch my favorite couple on screen these past few weeks, and I personally cannot wait for season 2, and I really do hope that season 2 is like 1 hour long. And yeah, it was fun. Thank you for watching and always hearing my voice every Sunday.
Pascal,
bro,
man, I found it. I finally found it. I found it.
The problem of whatever you think you want to see a therapist for.
What do you want to do?
Settle the down.
We all need to sit down and talk.
With who?
Your family, whoever's around.
I don't think I will have this meeting.
Oh man, honestly, the engagement, it's in the works, but I gotta make it a surprise.
Okay. No engagement, no baby.
If you wanna know what's next with Mercy and Ike and the baby, keep watching.